Marwari Catalysts is an accelerator. We work with a growth stage startup, early revenue, early traction based startups, around $100,000 benefits from the entire ecosystem, from Zoho to Amazon Web Services to a lot of other tools is what they get. Specifically, the startup which has no early revenue, early traction, will create a batch of 40 startups and will be more geared up.
Hello, welcome to mystartuptv. I am Major Sunil Shetty and we are here at Startup Mahakumbh at Bharatmandapam in New Delhi. I have with me a very special guest, Mr. Sushil Sharma, who is the founder and CEO of Marui Catalysts.
Yes.
So,
Thank you, Sunil. Thank you, Sunil, and it was a pleasure meeting you.
Same here. So, one of the things what attracted me to your pod was the name Marwari Catalyst. So, पहले ये check करते हैं कि what is all about.
So Marwari Catalysts is an accelerator. We work with a growth stage startup, specifically the startup which has no early revenue, early traction. We work with them. We write our first check as our mentors with skin in the game, and then we start their journey and we help them in whatever is a missing component in the entire journey.
Very interesting. So when you say writing a check, where does it start? I mean, is there a base level where you start with writing checks to them, or is it you only take certain amount of at certain stage you enter in?
So as an accelerator, we take our backward integration is with the incubators. So where the idea is validated, early revenue, early traction based startups, initial check of mentors, which is 35 lakh rupees each startup, and we create a batch of 10 startups and then we go ahead this way.
That's very interesting. And from a founder's standpoint, one is to get funding, the other is to kind of get support. Right? So what kind of support do you offer to startups and founders beyond funding?
So technically, startups who really feel a support ecosystem and people who have been there, done that, they come to accelerator. So around $100,000 benefits from the entire ecosystem, from Zoho to Amazon Web Services to a lot of other tools is what they get. Apart from this, they get a full-time. So we have a 35 people team which includes 3 chartered accountants, lawyers, company secretaries, founders who've been there, done that, and a kind of a stuff. So I think it's an entire journey of a tools versus the physical and the intellectual support which they get, and specifically from people who've been there, done that. That's what is most important, and also at the end of the day we do a demo day and they get a wonderful support to get connected with the right angels and the right VCs on the floor.
So the other important thing is, how do they reach out to you? Is it something that you can reach out to you through the year, or there are specific windows when founders have to reach out to you, and what's the process?
The process is very clear, and the best way is to come on the website and then definitely apply online. And we do participate in the events. We have different offices, so I think it's better to apply online and to get appointment at the right time. And as the applications are available round the clock, we create 2 batches, but the applications are open round the clock. It's better to apply online.
So coming to you're based out of Jodhpur, and do you have locations across India, or there are specific locations where you locate?
So Jodhpur is our headquarters. We have a large team based out of Jodhpur, but yes, we have a Bombay, Bangalore, Jaipur regional offices, and a lot to come now.
I have to ask, are you coming to Hyderabad or not? Being from Hyderabad?
So Hyderabad is one of the most active and fastest growing in India. That's what I have seen in the ecosystem. So I think yes, we are planning to be in Hyderabad. We are planning to be in Dubai, and also looking forward for within the next 6 months we'll be in the Bay Area.
As a founder, as a startup, one of the things is Marwari Catalyst. It's all about dhanda, right? It's not so the hardcore, hardcore dhanda. So are you specific to any particular sector, or is sector agnostic?
So when we started Marwari Catalysts, we were focused on few areas, specifically edtech and healthcare and climate change is what we have done. But now we are open to categories because we thought that some of the categories are missing up. We are open to category, but yeah, there is always a focus of accelerator on a specific areas, which is the best areas in the times to go.
See, for the past couple of days, since Minister Piyush Goyal, you made that statement about Indian startups and founders to start looking more towards tech now, or deep tech. How has been your experience? Do you see it as Indian startups are going towards tech, or they have been in deep tech from very early on? It's a mixed bag. How do you see that?
I think definitely the India was always known for a technology, and a lot of Indian founders are leading as the CEOs of a global partner, and that is what they have experienced. Because yes, definitely the developed economies were good in creating a product, and now this is what is transforming in India. And a lot of small city and the big city players are coming up with the products, and very strong playbook. I think that's what I'm also seeing in my area, and startups who can go global. That's what also I'm seeing. So I think very excited for the journey, and India is in the right time, right position, and we are at the right place to do a front end and backward integration globally. I think that's what is the right position. That's what makes us different, and that's what is the opportunity globally. People are looking at India.
Well, I was speaking to another, ecosystem player, and he said UPI is an excellent example of what India did, technology-wise, right? It's now globally being accepted. You are based out of Tier 2 city, right? So is that a deliberate, conscious decision to be based out of Tier 2 city? And how do you see the acceptance or the drive for being in startups among youth in Tier 2 cities?
So as I told you that I've started multiple businesses in technology, agri space and infrastructure, and I've traveled 40 plus countries. So it was always easy for me to establish anywhere. A lot of people do talk about tier 2 cities, but nobody operates from the tier 2 cities and operated. The Zoho is a different case study, but yes, there are very few people. So what we have decided at Marwari Catalysts to be in a small town and to operate from there and to create a success stories from there and to become a kingmaker. And we started pre-COVID, but post-COVID, I think the entire ecosystem has established in the tier 2 market. So it's no more a challenge. The only thing is you have to be at places like Mahakumbh, at multiple places. Why only in India? Why not globally? So I think that's what I suggest to all tier 2 founders. Operate from small city, be in the metros and be in the global platform and see what all government schemes are coming up. If not, please come to people like us. We'll help you in understanding how to take an advantage, how to operate when there is a low money or a less money, and how to take an advantage of the government activities and take it forward, make a big success story.
And you already signed few startup term sheets at this Mahakumbh, isn't it? Do you want to talk about that? And an interesting part being, usually our experience at these events, and also make startup founders also know this, that it's very difficult to get a term sheet in an event which is 2 days, 3 days, duration. But you already signed up a few. What was the idea behind it?
So we are almost 10 people here. The day the Mahakumbh was announced, we were very clear that this is the best place to get the maximum number of startups, and that's where we decided that we'll at least take 10 startups in acceleration and 10 in incubation. And I think already the 7 term sheets are already being issued in the first 2 days, and today the half of the team is on the demo day area to see the right startups. And I think we're pretty sure minimum 10 is the list we'll do, and we'll create a batch out of Mahakumbh, because this is the best place to get the best of the startup across India.
So that's also for the founders for the next year, Mahakumbh, Startup Mahakumbh 2026, that the place you want to go is Marui Catalysts, so you can get term sheet from them, isn't it?
I think next year is going to be more exciting. I think not only the 10, but we'll create a batch of 40 startups, and we'll be more geared up and we'll go big enough to write a bigger checks. And I think it's been a wonderful experience being here. Although there are some suggestions which I'll definitely have for founders, but yeah, it's a good experience for being here.
Sushilji, thank you very much for being on MyStartupTV, and we look forward to meeting you again at Mahakumbh, Startup Mahakumbh 2026.
Thank you so much, and looking forward for a long-term relationship with my Startup TV and long-term relationship. Thank you so much. Looking forward.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.